What's up again, ladies, gents, boys, girls, children of all legal adult ages? We're back. We're back for part 2 of our Kara rundown. We did part 1. We showed 3 bosses. We did a little bit of chatting. Now we're back. We've got the chess event. We're going to show Prince Malchezar, which is going to be from the sightline of the floor. It's going to be very, very wonderful, for sure. You're going to see me do some very bad chess. All the chess players out there, you're going to have to forgive me. It's just the way it's going to be. This is kind of where we're at. We are looking at the chess event here. And we're going to get right into it because we don't want this video to be forever. So let's work our way through chess. Obviously, nobody really knows where to go. I forget completely what to do. Everything's good until I get in a chess piece, and then I realize I do not know where the movement buttons are, and it's going to be painful. Luckily, chess is very easy, and it literally doesn't matter. You could you can lose, but it's hard, especially with the actual 10-man raid, seeing as how it's pretty soloable at this point. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start on a healer because that makes sense. But then I decided to jump in this grunt, and let's see. Does the grunt stuff pull up? I don't see the grunt's movement bar. It very much so might be behind my bag. It may be behind my bag. That is a possibility. It's not. Where is the grunt's movement bar? There it is. I found it. I'm so dumb. Even now, rewatching the video, it took me the same amount of time to find the movement bar as it did the first time. I just straight up dismissed. I had to get out of there. I didn't know what to do. I was grunting, groaning, not getting stuff done. And I was like, you know what? I know what to do. I'll use this wolf. I totally remember how to play now. I got everything squared. We're good. We're on the road. We're going down. We're in the wolf. Luckily, we have a fine gentleman in the king. I literally reset add-ons because it took me too long to find the thing. Still didn't know where the buttons were. It still took me several seconds. There it is. Look at that. I figured it out. And I growled, which was dumb. But then I got it. Alright, now I'm in the right direction. Now if I had just learned how to turn, which I did not, so I just aimlessly assault the nothingness. You would think I hadn't done this solo. I completely forgot how to play. And it's an embarrassment to everybody involved. An absolute embarrassment. Luckily, I completely let my team down, but luckily this was a good move. Totally the first move I made in the entire chess event where I did not shit the bed. And I went right in and, cooked this horse, which led way to the king. And I think maybe in a minute I'm going to figure out how to turn around. That wasn't it. That was me doing it wrong. So let's see. I just decided to straight up move because I have no idea how to play the game. I believe I'm going to start attacking this. Nope, I'm just going to kill the grunt. I don't even care at this point. I have failed. I have failed completely as a wolf guy. But I'm still having a blast. This is one of those fights where it is cheesy, it is easy, and it is ever, ever, ever so pleasy. It makes me smile every time. Who cares if Medivh cheats? This is this is raid making at its finest. Not like, throw enough bosses in there that not everyone has to be some kind of serious beat 'em up challenge. This is just absolutely fun. It's the most fun thing ever. It's one of the 2 most fun things in this raid, and it's just a blast. And when you see the next fight, it's a cheesy beat 'em up, And, of course I'm going to be on the corpse, and or on the floor, and I'll explain why when it happens. But, yeah, look at this. Here we go. We got the king. He's at 16. It's time. I have nobody to jump in, so I will now stand around and be the single most ineffective character in the raid. Just watching the health tick down. I know we're going to win at this point. I know it's a V. I know it's a V for Vendetta, so we've got this covered. And yeah, we're good to go. There it is. Done Dunzos. We did the Dun Dunzos. The Dunzos. And, by the way, I get this pretty fucking sick shield. I mean, for, considering I will never use it again, dope upgrade on night 1 to get a weapon. Seriously. Makes running Kara a blast. I love this raid. This aesthetic is so bomb in this raid. And then even this final one is a crazy fun trip that we're about to take. It totally goes from what is a very simple thing to a whole nother level. So let's go to Malchezar. And here we are. We're on a splat from a ship. We're in the Nether now. That is an Eredar Lord. He's not Jiraxis. He's not the Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion, but he's an Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion. And all realities are open to him. Now, as you can see, I am trying to judge because, trying to be like a good death. They're good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to do. Honestly, I'm trying to be a bad paladin. I'm just trying to get a judge off, let him get some free healing out of it. Everything goes good. I get the first one, no problem. Here I go. I totally got this. It's totally going to work. I never quite back up to max range because I'm stupid. And boom. Down goes the Holy Paladin. And now I lay in the corner like a bitch for the entire fight. It's beautiful. But on the upside, look at that. Look at this guy up here. He's up here just getting roasted. Look at that Prince Malchezar. By the way, didn't know that mechanic. Totally panicked the first time everyone hit 1 HP, which is part of why I died. Then we lost the tank, and I thought, oh, we might actually wipe on the final boss of this raid. And then I remembered we were in Karazhan. And wow, at one time, and I'll tell you a story at the end of this that will cement this for you, Karazhan was a very difficult raid for me. It's been too long, but it's still beautiful. I love the aesthetic. We didn't actually even kill Nightbane. There are still a few bosses that I haven't killed in Kara yet, and I can't wait to do it on live because it's going to be beautiful. I think there's the first Infernal drop. It's just pulsing. We got great AoE on Infernal 1. We do not get quite so lucky on Infernal 2, but we are still in the safe zone. Tank makes a nice smooth rotation, and we just press him down. He's at 54%. You can see all those dots. It's Dot City. Dot City as this clown goes down. Just bang, 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 bang. We got the healers pumping. Peter Pan's handling his business. That is objectively scary when that happens, especially the less people there are. That 1% thing that makes my brain panic every time. Let's see. Are we ready for Infernal number 2? I think we're almost ready for Infernal number 2. It drops somewhere in this frontal region, sort of in between the boss and the raid, but the raid is safe. The tank does have to swap sides, though. But it's going to be beautiful. We're good. I mean, we're in the money. Such fun. Like, I love this fight. I don't care. It's easy. It's easy peasy. This was my very, very, very first raid. I took a very long time to level through Classic. Black Temple was already out before I ever stepped foot in this raid in BC, because that was when I started playing. And the first time I killed this fight, this was my first final boss. And this guy, whatever. Easy fight, special memory. Kind of like Nether Spite also. Really big fan of Nightbane. Opera's great. I like Maiden of Virtue. I don't care if she's easy, whatever. Morose is a beautiful fight. Attunements, whatever. But, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful raid. It's legitimately one of my favorites. And yeah, I just can't wait to see this guy go down. We're at 16%, 15% now. There's that Infernal. It kind of gives us the old D. But look at Peter. Swapping it over. Takes it up. Swaps out to the left side. Which takes the boss out of our view. But it doesn't matter. Because we've got an HP on the screen with 11%. There's nothing he can do at this point. He's just going to bleed. And he's just going to die. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all the man's got left. The Infernals, yeah. Remember the first time I heard about that mechanic? It seemed scary. It's such a simple, straightforward mechanic now. And then, obviously, just don't stand in melee range like an asshole. I mean, that was the no-brainer. I said I was going in there to judge, but I actually made the judge, and then I came back, and then I took a step forward. Now, Gorehow on the first run, beautiful. Peter Pan's were totally earned this Gorehow. Such a beautiful fight. Such a beautiful fight. I legitimately had so much fun with it. It was just a good time. And now we'll go to the story that I will tell you. My very first raid. And the reason that I love this fight so much. This raid was my first raid. And the first team that took me in had no idea who I was. Obviously, they were desperate for people. And I went in the raid. And we killed Attunement. And we killed Morose. And we killed Opera. And then we spent hours. And just hours on Maiden. And I was so happy to do it. I've never been more happier to do it in my life. I became immediately addicted. And at some point throughout the raid, I was feeling pretty good about myself. I was doing all the mechanics. Felt like I was doing great damage. But at this time, I did not possess a single add-on. And, well, I mean, as you can imagine how that worked out, worked out terribly. So at some point, I was in full PvP gear. I had 0 hit rating. And I said to the raid leader, hey man, I appreciate the invite. I'm going to be even better next week because I'm going to get my Season 2 shoulders. Season 2 shoulders, and it's going to be dope. It's going to be the dopest thing ever. I'm going to be that much stronger. And he simply kindly and very kindly said, oh, PvP gear is not all that great in PvE. And then he proceeded to, kind of briefly explain hit rating. I had no idea what he was talking about. And I'm sure I was doing no damage almost the entire night because I probably didn't hit a single thing, but I had no idea. And they were kind enough to invite me back. And slowly they taught me about add-ons. And now, dare I say, I'll kick some ass, man. And it was all thanks to those guys. And a couple of them I talk to and a couple of them I don't. But man, those guys were some saints back in the day. I know how the environment is now, and I can't imagine a guy like me showing up to a raid in today's era and not being thrown out immediately. But that's what's beautiful about it. Is, these guys do it big. These guys, TBC was fun because back then, not everyone knew what was up. And it made for a great time. So, yeah, that's the end of my story. That's the end of this video. It's real quick. It's real short. I hope you enjoyed the 2 fights. I hope you enjoyed my conversation. If you did, seriously, like, subscribe. Throw me the notification bell if you really want to see my videos. I don't post all that often. I wouldn't blame you. But, and then, if you want to engage, man, I'd love to hear what your favorite TBC fight is, or what your favorite memory of Karazhan is, or what your favorite raid in the expansion is. I'm legitimately curious. I'm more excited about this expansion than I anticipated I would be, and I can't wait to get into it. So, yeah. Until we talk again, I will see you all next time. Pieces.